to the live show. This is Phil. Thanks for coming. Hi everyone that's in the chat and over in the YouTube chat. Come on over to you now if you want. If you're watching this on YouTube at a different time, this is a live show. Welcome to it. I'm not live anymore, but you can watch this like a podcast or listen to it while you do something, like groom your horse, which is always the example I give. I don't know why. Anyway, I'm just going to tweet this because I always forget. Tweeting the live show, doing a quick live show. Come and test my vocal range with me. Welcome! Hunky Dory Howell, Sister Daniel, Can You Not, Kate Farrell, Aqua Hemmings, Cat Power Schlumpf, who said congratulations on 5 million followers on Twitter. Thank you! That was a nice surprise to wake up to. I didn't know I had 5 million people following me. That was a little bit overwhelming. Imagine if they were all following me literally. There'd be a tribe of you going all the way down to Land's End. That's a tribe. That's a weird image in my head. Anyway, welcome to the show. If you're wondering why I sound a little bit like I've swallowed a horse, or I sound a little bit froggy, it's because I completely lost my voice last week. And it's just started to crawl its way back now. I've been advised by a doctor not to do extended periods of talking, which is exactly what a live show is. So this one's going to be short. We've got a lot to cram in. Not really, but we've got a lot to say. So I'm not going to be here for the full time. I'll just do it for as long as my voice stays alive. Hey Philly, said Elise. How are you feeling, said Sparkly Ferris Wheel. Well, it's a weird one, actually. I think it's partly your guys' fault, and me, for being slightly cocky. Because in my last live show, if you watched it, I was like, yeah, I had a sore throat. And then it went away. I'm amazing. I just get rid of colds without even getting them. And then literally about 3 hours later, I got a sore throat. And that night, it turned into a really strong sore throat. And then the next morning, I kid you not, I woke up and I sounded like this. I was like, hello, this is my voice. Like I said on Twitter, it was kind of like a husky... No, it was a squeaky mouse, like a hello. And it turned into a husky sexual rat, which was more like, hello. But now, I just sound pretty much the same, except it sounds like I did when I was 14 and my voice was breaking, so every so often I'm like, hello, hello, going through the change. That was an embarrassing time. Shout out to anyone whose voice is currently breaking. Yeah, so it's almost back. We're almost there. I've been drinking some honey tea, which is actually quite nice. Just make yourself a cup of tea, just blob some honey in it instead of sugar. I like the word blob as a verb, just blob some honey in it. So I've been doing that, and it's feeling a little bit better, which is good. So what's been going down? What's been going down in my life? I went to the dentist today, which was horrendous. I know I always say this, but it was actually horrendous. I had the hygienist, which is not the full-on dentist. It's the person that cleans your teeth intensely. And I say intensely because they literally get a tiny rake and just scrape along your gums. It's so harsh. Because my teeth are quite packed in together. Apparently that's why it hurts so much, because they're literally like scraping this giant rake down the middle of my tooth gaps. So I was literally like gripping onto the dentist chair. It was hurting so much. Didn't even get a lollipop at the end either. What happened to that? What age does that stop? If I was president, I'd say everyone gets a lollipop after going through that. Your teeth look clean though, said Petra. They do. I didn't have a cup of coffee afterwards because I felt guilty. Because she was like, don't go just drink a coffee now. Your teeth are all gleaming. Look at that. They got the polish out as well. That's the best bit. You have the horrible scraping, and then they get this, what I imagine is a tiny little diamond-edged polisher. Do you know, like they polish diamonds with, and they go on each tooth, and it tastes of a really like dentisty mint. That's the good bit. That's like, oh yeah, keep doing that. And then I washed out my... Why am I just telling this? There's nothing else interesting about this dentist story. I washed my mouth out with the wintergreen flavoured mouthwash. And yeah, don't have to go back for a while now. I did it. I deserve some kind of treat. I love the polisher, said Martha. I know! Oh, is it Maria? I don't know. It's such a good thing. You can talk, said Kathleen. Yeah, I thought we could test out my vocal range on my voice. As, if you remember last time I had laryngitis, we did this on the radio with varying results. GGV is enjoying this segment. Look at all these cannons going off my face. You're shooting me with cannons for good reasons or bad? I hope they're good. So we'll start off deep with a ha 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 ha. That's the bit of my voice that's missing. Ha ha ah ah. That middle section, which I think is a big part of the singing range, isn't it? I keep on falling. And out of love. I could be Alicia Keys. It's there. It's fine. I'm crying, said Aubrey. I'm sorry if any of your cat's ears just exploded. Any mirrors shattered in the room. Yeah, you're gonna hurt yourself. Okay. Stop it, Phil. I'm shaking, Alicia Keys, said Tatum, shaking with fear. Let's have a look at some premium messages. Let's go wild. Sophia DNP said, I'm getting my ears pierced tomorrow. Good luck with that. I hear it doesn't hurt that bad. My lobes have not been pierced. They are very fleshy lobes, though. Look at that. You could get a whole plug in there if you wanted to. Look at that. My earlobes are big. No, I never did get my ears pierced, though my mum did when I was alive. I don't know how old I was, like 13. And I went to the Claire's Accessories or whatever it was and sat with her. And she didn't know it happened. She was like, oh, it's happened? I'm alive? Because she was terrified. You should get gauges. I don't think so. I think my ears are going to remain like this. Happy birthday to Lex. I hope you have a fantastic day. Say hi to the top fans. Hi to Jotalina, GGV, Diana, Diddly Gay, BX Lie Trash, Lex Phils, Dan, Allure, Bexilla, Jessica, and Lily Fan Stuff. You'll get a high five through the camera. Wait, lift your hand. You ready? Whoop! Did anyone just get a free high five anyway, even though you weren't a top fan? I won't blame you if you did. How was Wimbledon? Wimbledon, Ben, was amazing. I think my last live show was just before we went, and I was so excited. And the excitement was worth it. It was so good. I think Dan in his live show talked about the instant trying to get in. And I heard him talking about that. And he explained it way better than I could. It was very terrifying. So if you're ever bored or wanting some entertainment, go watch Dan's last live show for the story of how he got into Wimbledon. I think it's on his side channel. Dan is not interesting. Go watch that. But going to Wimbledon was crazy. It's like a whole village. There's stalls where you can get strawberries and cream and Pims and Wimbledon merch. There's loads of people with Wimbledon merch. When we got there, we were told to look out for someone wearing red trousers. And Dan was like, I'm not doing that. You need to go find the person with red trousers. So there's literally this guy in red trousers, like 7 people with wearing red trousers. I was like, this is terrible. I'm just going to have to go up to this random person and be like, hi, are you a red trouser man that I'm meant to meet for Wimbledon? So we did a rock, paper, scissors. And I got the short straw of talking to red trouser man. Thankfully, it was him. I just said, are you Ben? And he said, yes. I was like, thank God. I got told to look out for your trousers, which sounded weird. But at this point, Castor's mind's back to Wimbledon. I couldn't speak. So it was more like a, hey, yo, the red trouser man, which was pretty creepy for Ben. And then we got to go for a nice lunch. And he was telling us so many cool facts about Wimbledon, like how many litres of cream they use and how many balls there are. And I couldn't speak. So I was just sat there like, interesting. He must have thought I was so rude. I did explain my voice situation, but still. So Dan was just speaking to this guy, and I was just like nodding and smiling, doing lots of eye using, like this. Shout out to anyone that watched Wimbledon knowing we were there who don't care about tennis and were just trying to find us in the crowd. I saw quite a few of those on Twitter. So thanks to the people that like zoomed right in on us. Did I do my face? I was waiting to see if I tried the face. It's a long match though. Well, it wasn't a long match for Wimbledon standards, but it was about 2 hours. So keeping my face at the optimal direction was hard. And in between the points, that's when they filmed the audience. I was scared I was just going to be like looking at my phone. I thought I'd just be like this or something, like just staring into my phone. Thankfully, the only time we weren't zoomed in, we weren't like a zoom in shot. We were just from far away. And you couldn't see our faces that clearly, so it was fine. There was no derping. I was cheering for Federer because I wanted him to get the Wimbledon championship of all championships by winning 8 games in a row. But I felt really bad for, what's he called? Oh my god, Marin Cilic? I've forgotten his name. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, I felt bad because he was crying. So that was sad. But overall, it was very exciting. It was really fun to watch. I learned the score. I didn't know how the scoring worked. The only thing I wasn't sure about was how many games you had to do to win the set, which is 6, which is an easy answer. I needed to refresh myself. So I watched the ladies' final the day before just to get fully immersed. And I was trying to watch all the matches leading up as well, but there's loads of them. Anyway, it was great. I would recommend it if you're ever in London. There's lots of queuing. Wimbledon is famous for queuing. There's queuing everywhere. But you can queue at the gate if you get there at like 4 a.m. to get let into Wimbledon on any of the days. I loved watching it. Cleaners. You're already clean. Look how HD I am today. Ooh, I had a little voice break then. Look how HD I am today. You don't need cleaning. Anyway, some exciting news, which none of you have seen yet. Definitely didn't get leaked anywhere. We are releasing some new merch very soon. It's either going to be tonight or tomorrow night. We need to hear back from the warehouse if it's ready. Warehouse was slightly too ready for a couple of them. So lucky you if you got one of those. Thanks for spreading a little pre-hype, whoever got one of those. But we are releasing some new backpacks, and I thought I might as well show you because they're coming out so soon. So the first one, we were trying to describe them today. I've described this one as the pastel blue cloud bag is what I named this one. And it looks like this. Ba-da-ba-ba! I love this so much. The material is really nice. It's kind of denim-y, but not denim. It's really light and pastel. Here's the back. Cheeky little Dan and Phil on the back label. And then there is so much room inside. And there is a laptop sleeve as well to put your laptop. Because we thought the most important thing about a bag for our audience would be a laptop sleeve. So this is one. And the other one, which Dan named, is called the Black Glitter Nebula Bag. Which is very black, so you can hardly see it. Look, my camera's like trying to adjust for it. It's very dark black, but then within are tiny bits of glitter which sometimes catch the light. So it's not like a full-on disco ball, but it's like a subtle, glittery nebula adventure. There you go, look at those. It's like having an interactive disco on your back. Should put that in the description. So that's that one. It's the same inside as well. It's got the laptop kit. It's got this as well. If you want to safely have like your iPhone out and listen to music, you can put your headphones through there and have it on your back and then be connected to your bag. It looks like my soul, said Caitlin. Yeah, they're kind of if like Dan and Phil got turned into bags. I think that's what they look like. And the other thing was the pastel poster did so well. Like people loved it at VidCon, which we released as kind of half a joke, half fun. Like, let's just release our pastel personas on a poster. But yeah, everyone loved it at VidCon, so we decided to put it on the shop for everyone else. Well, thanks for the loads of likes, Addy. They just fell from the screen. So, if you want to know when they come out first, we've written a very witty and fun newsletter. So, all you need to do is go to danandphilshop.com. Do this now in a new tab. You can listen to me as it's happening. danandphilshop.com. Scroll down. Even if you're not going to buy anything, what you can find is a box which lets you put in your email address, and then you'll get all our newsletters, which are, I'd like to think, quite funny, and give you a little roundup of the season, like what's happening. So if you do that, you can submit it in the newsletter box, and then forever, you'll know when the new merch is coming out first. So it might be tonight, might be tomorrow, but you'll get your email from the newsletter. I'm so excited. I didn't receive an email. No, it's not out yet. The newsletter comes when the merch is released, when we press the big red button. Cam said, what about the plushies? Yeah, we want to do season 2 of the plushies as well, which is something I announced on Twitter. Was that yesterday? I think it was, or the day before yesterday, on Tuesday. Because we just thought it'd be fun to have new outfits. So the winning thing from my poll, what was it? It was Pastel was winning last time I looked. But what's happening with it? Let's see. The poll is 48%. Oh wow, that went up. So Pastel Edits IRL is going to be what the new plushies are. I thought it'd be fun to let you guys choose. So yeah, they're going to have like flower crowns and our Pastel Edits outfits. And no wig. There won't be wigs. We want to try and make Dan's curly hair in plushie form, which is going to be a challenge. But we will wait and see how that curly hair turns out. But I'm excited for them. It takes ages to make plushies, by the way, so they're not going to be out like next week. It's a long process, but I'll try and keep you updated like through the design process if you want, if you'd find that interesting. Yay! I want wigs though. If you want wigs, you could just like make a little wig and put it on the plushie. If you wanted to do that. Yes, I'm very excited for them. That's excited. Exciting. So, merch is coming out. Yes, that's happening. Premium messages. Millie. Oh, my voice is going slightly. I think we're halfway there. Play Dream Daddy on Dan and Phil Games. Was that the Game Grumps game? I did see that. I think that might be funny. Maybe that could be something we're going to play. We're going to do some gaming recording tomorrow, even if my voice isn't fixed. So you'll get some squeaky, husky fills. We've got some new top fans coming in. Catherine Q is fighting for the crown. But at the moment, Addy is number 1. Jutalina's number 2. Then GGB. Then Happy LR. Super Jawini. Kate Zhao. Sophie Holmes. And Dan's Knee Free, Sinchai Shipfan, Mergtin, and Kai Sticks. We've got Monique is here as well, who wants a hug. Here you go, Monique. Whoop! That was my hug noise. I don't know what that was. Jess, did you enjoy Wimbledon? I loved Wimbledon. I was not Wimbledon because it was so good. It was great. Fave Muse album from Holland. I think my favourite is Absolution, which is almost tied with Origin of Symmetry. And also hope you feel better. Thank you, I am feeling a lot better. Vaz said, what cologne do you wear? I haven't actually got a cologne at the moment. I'm just going with the whole deodorant thing. I need to get another one. Whenever I go to an airport, that's when I buy new cologne or aftershave. I don't call it cologne. Aftershave. That's when I buy the aftershave, have a good sniff. But I've been late for the last few flights, as you heard with the missing the flight story. Didn't really have time to sniff some aftershave. I like the ones by Diesel though, so I might get another Diesel one. Perhaps. You should smell like sunshine, said Sophia. What, like radiation and intense burning heat? Laura had a blood test today. I hope that didn't hurt too much. They're not fun, are they? I'm going to look at some more premiums now, because why not? I'm trying to choose people that haven't been on yet. Will you see the film The Disaster Artist, said GGB? Yes, I love The Room. I saw it for the first time with Felix and Marcia and PJ and Sophie, and it was so funny. I understood the hype. And The Disaster Artist is the film documenting the making of the film. Well, it's not really a documentary. It's acted out by James Franco and Seth Rogen. I'm excited. And Dave Franco's in it too. Yeah, I'll watch it. Anything to tell me more about that movie, I will watch. I know it's based on a book, which I should probably read, but I just want to enjoy the movie. What happened with the new merch? Well, I've shown you. It's coming out soon. Look forward to that. What else have we got? 3 weeks until my school starts, said Just Honest. What? I thought school just broke up. Has anyone just finished school? I thought that was the exciting time. Those who did, what are you going to do with your free time? Let me know in the comments. Throw them in there. I've got freaking 2 weeks. I broke up yesterday, said Louise. But what are you going to do? Anything? Internet, said Kaylee. Hey, why don't you watch Dan and Phil games from the start? I think the Sims series will keep you going for a while. Bandcamp, said Pandas. I wonder what happens at Bandcamp. Do you, like... I mean, I've seen American Pie. The Bandcamp... There was like a Bandcamp one on TV. I saw that at one point. I'm sure it's not like that. I broke up in June. Yeah, I think schools are all different. We used to finish in July, and we had till September. I'm packing for Bandcamp right now. I know I was never good enough at playing an instrument to go to Bandcamp. I was terrible at violin. I'm in Bandcamp, said Frida. There's so many Bandcamps happening. I didn't realise that was such a thing. Maybe it's an American thing. Farhan graduated 2-1 with English literature. Well done. Amelia said, what's been making you feel happy? The weather has been nice. My plants are flourishing. Getting my voice back has been making me happy. I was worried it was going to be like last time and I wouldn't be able to speak for 2 weeks. It really messes up the video schedule if you can't speak. My voice is an important thing. Maybe I should be like one of those celebrities that like gets their voice box insured. You know, like when a celebrity like gets their butt insured or something. I don't know. Does that happen? Or like a footballer could get their feet insured. I'm here to insure my voice. Dan, Phil, Howell, Lester is getting their hair dyed blue tomorrow. Good luck. I'm sure it'll be fine. Just make sure you do a test on behind your ear before you do it in case you have an allergic reaction. High school advice. That's a very broad question. I'd say don't worry a lot about exams and don't stare at the clock every 5 minutes. When I was ever doing an exam, I'd always just keep looking at the clock. And that would stress me out. I'd probably spend at least 10 minutes having just stared at the clock. So ignore the clock and just get on with the exam. I never got a lollipop at the dentist, said Tony Award winner Ben. Well, congrats on your Tony Award. That is better than a lollipop, at least. Did anyone hear the thunderstorm? By the way, someone just said thunderstorm into the chat. Yes, I heard the thunderstorm. I was leaning out of the window, and then I got a bit scared I was going to get struck by lightning, so I craned my neck in. Ever since we made that video where our head was standing on end, our hair was standing on end, and in the comments everyone was like, that's a sign you're about to be struck by lightning. I've been a bit nervous of lightning, even though it wasn't. It was some kind of weird Google under pavement thing. I don't even know what that was. I probably got superpowers now. It was so loud outside my window. We had one in New York as well, said Gwyneth. Yeah, it's quite rare to get a big electrical storm in London, so everyone was quite excited about it. I saw PJ posted some on his Instagram story. Who else just saw that? When life gave you internet. Yeah, he saw some amazing lightning. I think over the sea it was insane. Holland is petting a dog while watching me. Oh, well, that is just... I just accepted another one. Sorry, I missed what you said. I want to be petting a dog while talking to. Hi to Ferret Logic, who had an awful week. I'm sorry. I hope next week is a lot nicer. I hope you have a better week. Have you watched any TV? I've watched American Gods, which I had no idea what was happening for most of the time, but it was visually very pleasing for my eyes. It was like eating ice cream with my eyes. I also finished The Leftovers, which was incredible. It was a HBO show from about 2014 about loads of people just disappear from the world. But yeah, it was amazing. I loved it so much. It's one of those you finish like with Lost and then you just kind of grieve for this TV show for a while. That was what American Gods was meant to like have as something just like really different to watch. That's what I've been watching. And also Game of Thrones came back. I was so scared of getting spoiled because sometimes Game of Thrones could just be like, we're just going to kill 7 characters in the first episode. So I didn't want that to happen. But yeah, like I said on Twitter, if I ever disappear on a Monday, it's because I'm just like, please don't spoil it. There is an option to watch it in the UK, but you have to stay up till about 3 in the morning. I just don't think I'd enjoy it. Like, a good TV show to me is all about the viewing experience. Like, it has to be the highest quality, have to have the best snacks, have to have the lights down. You know, it's a whole thing. It's a whole ritual. There's like 3 or 4 fruit flies in here, and I don't know why. Why would there be fruit flies in the room if there's no fruits? What are you doing? There's no fruits in here! Go to someone else's house. They're not even moving. They're just like sat on the ceiling. I don't understand why. I just don't understand why. Maybe there's like some fruits hidden on the roof or something. I don't know what they want. I don't know what they need. You're a fruit. That's why, said that owl ghoul. Uh-oh. I am actually a fruit. I hate flies. I think most people hate flies. Dream Daddy's out on Steam, said Millie. Oh! Well, maybe we should give it a go. I'm going to do a couple more premium messages. I need to leave soon because my voice is getting pretty sore. As I said, it was a quick live show, but I just wanted to see your faces, or see your words as you see my face. I hope that's all right. Happy birthday to Deet is not on fire. I hope you had a nice time. I had a new video that came out, Dan, Anthony, or a rat, which I was also previewing. I hope you enjoyed that. I was obviously joking when I said I've been working on that concept for years. I thought of it on the day, but I think it made a fun video. I liked it. I loved the video so much. Thank you. You were savage. I know, I was quite mean to Dan showing all those bad photos of him. And those were like just some of the photos that were on the Google image search for Dan. I didn't do that much digging. I just wanted to find ones that were hard to say. That video is ridiculous, Jenny. I know. It's good to just to throw out a ridiculous video every so often. My nose is so shiny. Look at that. It's like, Philly, the shiny-nosed human, had a very shiny nose. I'm generally quite shiny today. I don't know why. Need some exfoliator or something. Dan is a rat. That was so funny. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. Okay, I'm going to head off into the wilderness now. Thank you for coming to this slightly short live show, but hopefully just as good. Like a really diluted cordial. You got all of the best bits without any of that water. And on that metaphor, I'm going to say bye to some people. Bye Gummy Panda 4. Bye Addy, Fan Holland, GGV, Diana, Jutalina, Ashley, I Don't Cry, I Craft, Azalea, Sammy, Happy Elia, Brooke, Alex, Marina, Lanai, Maggie, Sassy, Offbeat, Just a Person, Dory Violet, Katamo, Alyssa, Carol, Looney, Karen, and Graki. Thank you for coming. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. There's going to be a collab with me on Anthony Padilla's channel. Padilla. I think tomorrow. So there's a little pre-hype for his vid. You can go watch that tomorrow. I don't know what time it's coming out. But that was also a fun one to film. And I will see you next time, probably on the gaming channel, because if we're recording tomorrow, we will get one edited and uploaded as soon as possible. Goodbye. That's still my hand. It'll go black when it's not my hand. I'm still trying to end it. Thanks for coming. Have a good weekend. Goodbye.